It's time to kick off the action on Thanksgiving Day. Chicago's won 6 of the last 7 against Detroit as the Bears look to feast on the Lions once again. And it comes your way next.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the Chicago Bears. Brandon Gaudin joined by Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Lions in this matchup, you figure they've got to be looking forward to this one. They've got a clear advantage on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and they totally understand it, not just by running the numbers, but those numbers do play into it because you've got one of the better passing offenses in the league, a top 10 unit, going up against one of the poor defenses in the league. So I think we're going to see these guys take some shots downfield. But right from the start, I expect them to attack and get right after them.
It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, who's now in his 8th season in the league, and that's Jimmy Garoppolo.
And he did everything possible to rally his team to a win last week, didn't he? What did he throw for?
Over 450 yards.
I mean, that's a pretty phenomenal performance. So, obviously, he and the offense were clicking pretty well. The other 2/3, though, that comes into question. Defense and special teams, they'll need all of them to play better in this one, too.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. He finds his man, complete. It's Peterson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. The numbers for him from a week ago, 13 carries, 53 yards.
And even though it's a short week, running backs love when they're in a groove, and that's exactly where he is right now. He's hoping to feast a little bit more here on Thanksgiving.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Here's Fuller with a catch. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 36 yards on the play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Peterson. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's a give to Peterson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And he's got Fuller. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, the plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, he creates a penalty.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
Sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB. And he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Personal foul.
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty is going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Tyler Higbee, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now, this is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 4th-year man from Houston. It's Kyle Allen.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Allen now on 1st down. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Harold Landry in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Another try after the 1st down sack. Allen. He'll dump this off to Sermon, complete. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Here's Allen to throw it. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way you wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you play it on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run the counter now. It's Peterson. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete. That's Fuller. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Got a man complete, it's Fuller again. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Garoppolo now. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Personal foul.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over with the penalty?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Gold to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
First carry now for Trey Sermon. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That's good for the Lions. First down.
From the gun, it's Allen. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And they bring this one back. A final return for a Bears touchdown. Now goal for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air.
Previous play is under review.
So that challenge, a successful one. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here's Tressway now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And our focus now moves to Adrian Peterson. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season, but some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Now, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from it.
Well, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening, but how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day?
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. 21-0 our score after 1. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that's complete to Adams. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
And the Lions first down. First and 10.
Allen now looks to throw. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 32-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Sermon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a 3rd game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the 3rd one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Allen. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. Complete. Smith has it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down. Now Allen. The left side throw complete to Adams. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Allen to throw once more. This is caught. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his man. It's caught for a land touchdown. Devontae Adams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will be cut down to 14. To the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw complete here, pulled in by Brate. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down, Garoppolo. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Garoppolo lets it fly for Thielen. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
A 53-yard attempt.
And Gold is able to put it through, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level and play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. Back to Sermon on 1st down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On the draw is Sermon. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
39-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and...
Now Allen. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. On 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
A 52-yard attempt.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only give up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. In his own end zone, it's Allen. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's his the safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Here's a screen to Powell. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Garoppolo on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Peterson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Touchdown, Bears! 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Bears are able to add on to their first half lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Gold to add the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown.
Taken at about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw into the hands of Folkser here.
And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Garoppolo looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8.
Jerry Hughes able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Second down and goal. Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He's got Higbee complete right side. Give him 4 yards there, and that should be the final play of this first half. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks so much. We'll get back to you and Charles in Detroit in just a moment. But first, let's take a look at what's following our 2 games later today. In the early window, we'll have our eye on that game in Jacksonville. The Jaguars going to need to be on their A game as they'll be forced to reckon with the Atlanta Falcons. Later in the afternoon, a lot of the country will be watching the game at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where it'll be the Packers taking on the LA Rams. Then, on Sunday night, a big one in the AFC North to wrap up the holiday weekend. The Browns and the Ravens from Baltimore. That's all that needs to be said. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Bears. And our statisticians got through a couple of pencils already. This offense is on pace for potentially 500 yards in passing. That's pretty incredible. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Allen gonna throw. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Here's Allen.
That'll be complete to Sermon.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
From the gun, Sermon.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
They run once more with Sermon.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now a carry for Pirine. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And now they'll throw with Allen. He's got Smith here. Touchdown! Joe Smith, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Sanders on for the extra point. that'll cut the lead down to 22. So that one an 8-play drive and spans 75 yards. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They'd lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Garoppolo now, first down throw.
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Jerry Hughes in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo, a good throw here, finding Pascal.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Landry now on the return. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Harold Landry in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. And he's able to get it out of there. Gets around him. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Or just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete.
But listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area, and he just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. He finds his man, complete. That's Peterson. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Garoppolo now. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's Garoppolo to throw.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Running for it, here's Peterson. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short the line to gain. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Allen's throw taken in by Adams.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 38. To the air, Allen. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman, certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Here's Allen to throw it.
Open man is Raymond. He's got it.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jonnu Smith, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Allen will try to throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. To the right side and complete to Washington. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. 81 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the ball 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there and a 1st down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10, right at the 40. To throw, it's Allen.
This to the outside, it's Sermon.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And again, it's Allen. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
The Lions on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Complete. Smith has it. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
They set up the screen for Sermon.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now a look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now Allen again. He's to the 10.
Throw left side here, hauled in by the tight end, Ferkser.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand the field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he's got his man. It's caught for a touchdown. Anthony Fertzer, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Garoppolo. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down. To throw on second and 10. Garoppolo. And Brate, the tight end's got it. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Bears on 3rd down. Not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This time it's 3rd and 3. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Kerry Hyder flying in and laying the lumber defensively. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Sermon now on 1st and 10. A solid stiff arm. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 92 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. First down, and they're going to throw without it. He'll look downfield for Humphreys. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Now a handoff, Sermon. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Trey Sermon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
They start the drive with Peterson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. In a tie game fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they will take a 7-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth.
Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he's brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run again with Peterson. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Here's a screen to Powell. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Throwing now is Garoppolo.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively. That's 2nd down.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. And now Garoppolo lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding out to the ball because you're going after him.
They give to Sermon out of the gun.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Again, it's Sermon.
Wiggles free. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 21.
112 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
They'll try and run for the first with Sermon.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. To throw is Allen. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Bears are right back in this football game. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
So Jimmy Garoppolo and the offense down by 7. 1:51 on the clock. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10.
Garoppolo's throw taken in here by Fuller. 7 yards, the pickup there.
The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense. He finds his man, complete. That's Peterson. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. To throw is Garoppolo. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move.
He'll drop this down to Peterson.
Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Garoppolo hustling him back to the line now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Now Gold for the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. 5 plays there on that drive.
And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. Amir Smith-Marset now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. And Detroit back in possession of the football.
They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Allen.
Looking deep for Adams. That's caught at the 25. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
On the handoff, Sermon. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
On 2nd down, another shot for Sermon.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And the Lions are going to win this game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Lions, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Chicago, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals.